What's up YouTube, everyone watching this video? In this video, I go over how to use Pinterest to increase your site traffic. If you have a blog or website or even a personal brand, this is very important. So anyone in my audience that follows me, definitely listen to what I have to say. This is very important. Pinterest is becoming one of those silent killers when it comes to generating traffic. I've been testing things out, so definitely I wanted to go over this stuff. And also, I also made another video a while ago on the 10 best free website traffic sources. So I'll leave that down below in the description as well, because that's also a great piece of content and information for anyone that's building a business, building a personal brand, or just looking to generate traffic in general over to a website, blog, or anywhere else. Now, before I jump into this video and go over the shoulder and show you some things, if you're new to my channel, I make business tutorials right over the shoulder. I give business advice from experience. I also go over personal development and mindset stuff that is all from experience. So if you like that type of stuff, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my weekly tutorials and videos. And I'm going to jump into this video over the shoulder, share my screen, and show you how to increase some traffic to your website by using Pinterest. Okay, so I'm over here on Pinterest, and when you're on Pinterest and you're logged into your account, you could pretty much just search anything right here. If you're new to Pinterest, there's other videos out there and tutorials on how to use Pinterest. It's pretty simple to use once you start using it more and more, just like anything else. But this is pretty much the search. So if we just search fitness, we're going to have these pins pop up under fitness. We'll do fitness training. Now, the one thing I'm going to point out here first is the size of the pins. Now, many people just throw up images from their blog, and sometimes it doesn't fit correctly. You want the pin now with the new update, I believe is 600 by 1250 pixels. I used to also make them 1000 by 1500 pixels, but definitely 600 by 1250 pixels I feel looks right. And again, you play around with this when you start editing. You could also go on Fiverr and get some really good pin boards made. So for an example, if you blog about a certain topic, ready for best exercises for men and women, right? If you blogged about best exercises for men and women, from on your blog, you can then get a board made, a pin that looks like this, the 25 best exercises for men to build muscle. And you notice how they did it, and they designed it so that it kind of is like a teaser. It shows you some fat loss exercises graphically. That's what you want to do. You want to, and different niches Pinterest is better for, right? Obviously, gardening and home decor, that type of stuff. People love Pinterest. They get ideas. So you want to make, I feel, an infographic sometimes to really give people information. And I always call it teaser information. And then if they want more, see, they would go over to Gym Guider. And if I click on this is going to link back. This is what's going to get him traffic over to the real 25 best exercises, men and women, to build muscle. And look, all this information right here, videos, right? This blog post is obviously much more detailed than the pin board. But what's great about the pin board is it's giving you teaser information. And you want to use Pinterest and your pins to actually give almost teaser information. And that's in your title. You're going to be able to write a title and also a description. Your description, the first 50, I think it is, characters show. So make sure you're using the right type of teaser information here as well, in case they look down and they read. You could put here, learn the top 25 exercises and the 3 exercises to avoid. Click up above, or something like that in the beginning. You want to put stuff there so they know that they're going to learn, or you want to make it so that they know they should avoid certain things, because you got to make them have curiosity. If you give them curiosity, they're going to be like, I'm curious, what is he talking about? I should avoid what 3 exercises? Or, wait, I'm going to learn 25 best exercises proven by, put like a little teaser information there. They're gonna have curiosity, and they're going to click. That's the whole idea, is to have your title match your blog post, but use a teaser information and curiosity, but still let the graphic teach them. If this is just a terrible image, nobody's gonna care. Like if it was just a square image of this guy and this girl, it's not gonna perform as well. This is okay, again, because they put this little extra graphic down here. Let's find another one. Okay, this is awesome too. Like, look, score in 6 minutes. look at this. This is a great one. We'll open this up. Favorite abdominal exercises, right? You know how he puts like 30 knee crunches? He shows the targeted area, how to do them, 20 leg raises. And now he's not showing exactly, this isn't video, right? And he's not explaining in detail, but it's still a beautiful graphic, gets you interested. Then he could have some teaser text right here, nice emojis. See how he has this information? It's teaser text. If they want the more detailed information, they got to click this link so that they could get the favorite abdominal exercises over to here. And you see now they're getting more into more exercises. They'll probably break it down and text more. I would have added some video. But you see how it's much more detailed. They have more text. And here's one of the infographics. Again, this is called an infographic. When it's that nice long graphic that sits and looks really nice on Pinterest, just like this, catches your eye, shows you some information, gives you like almost a little bit of training within the graphics. But to get the overall real information, the breakdown of everything, and again, I would always add video, you could get them to click onto your blog, and that's what's going to get people to click and send traffic. Now, I'm bringing that part of it up so that you know to treat Pinterest with quality. You don't just want to, whatever you post on your blog, that blog graphic, if it's, let's say, 720 by 1200, or if it's your YouTube thumbnail, it's not going to look great on Pinterest. Pinterest has a different layout. You need to make the right type of content, the native content that works for Pinterest. So you want to get this created. And again, you get these created for cheap on Fiverr.com, or if you just watch some tutorials and you know how to use Photoshop or Canva. I have a tutorial in Canva. I'll link it up below right now. Canva, you can make these graphics yourself and you can upload them on Pinterest yourself. So that's pretty much going over how you want your pins to be sized, the kind of pins you want to create so that they get real good engagement. We want people repinning. That's the whole idea. You want people to repin. So if you're new to Pinterest, the whole idea is to get repins, to get people sharing. And obviously, the better your pins are, the better your boards are, the more traffic you're going to get, the more people are going to come over to your website. Now, why do we also care about this? As either an influencer or someone growing a personal brand or someone growing a personal business, or even a business, even your local business or blog or your e-com store, in order to get people over, you need to have quality. That's number one. And number two, this is going to help you with your search engine optimization as well, because you're getting engagement and traffic onto your website. The more we can get that number up, the better it looks in search engines like Google. So we want to get traffic from social platforms. And Pinterest is a perfect way. There's a lot of people now. I think it's 250 million people a month are engaged on Pinterest. And a lot of that is becoming actually younger demographics, believe it or not. There's actually also younger men starting to get engaged on it. So it's a perfect platform to start putting your blogs and generating traffic over to your website. Definitely. So what I just jumped into is analytics, which is right up here to the left, to see how many monthly viewers are coming to our Pinterest page. And this is actually decreasing, which isn't good, because you know what? I'll tell you, on this account in particular, we're not active all the time. The more active you are too, the better you're going to have better engagement. Also age. This does have some decent age, but it could be way better optimized as far as being way more consistent. Just like anything, you'll hear me talk about this too. This is just an account that I test things on for a client of mine, but you want to be consistent. You want to put a lot of work in and be consistent on this, especially for certain niches. If you have a blog on certain topics, you should definitely be using Pinterest regardless, but you're also going to see, like if you have a blog in the gardening or do-it-yourself type of space or home decor or anything like that, where you can really make these beautiful pins and make really great infographics and teaser content and then send it over your blog, you're really going to see it get repinned. Again, think about what you're doing when you're on Pinterest. If you're on Pinterest, what are you looking at? What are you going to repin? It's the quality of the post and the image of that pin, right? So you want quality stuff. Don't go cheap on the quality. Make sure you put the work in and make really good quality stuff. So this was for April. I did a 30-day. It started to decrease and it started going down. We're in June now. Let's do, and it's only 16 days. Let's do last month. So you see how it started dropping even more. It went up a little bit, viewers engaged. So again, we want to get this number way higher than this, and the only way that's going to happen is consistency. Another thing we're doing too is every now and then, because again, remember, my goal here is to get traffic to the website and blog. So what I'll do is I'll put a little ad spend on. Every time I blog on the blog, I'll get an infographic or an image made. I will post it on the Pinterest page, and then I'll boost that. Almost like what you could do on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. You could do that on Pinterest as well. I put a little money behind it. Let's say 25, 30, 40 bucks, depending on the client's budget or my budget on the project. We'll just boost every single blog post that we're dripping out, 1 or 2 a week, whatever, and we put a little money behind it just to get even more traction, and we target the keywords in the back end. And again, the ads, if you wanted to run ads, are right up here. You would just go to create an ad. I don't want to create an ad and open up this whole back end because he has some things running and I don't want to show that right now. Once you make your pins, they look good, they're linked, they have your teaser text, it all makes sense, it's linked back to your blog and your website. What you could do next is boost it, like I suggested, with a little boost in paid ads just to get in front of an audience and get some traction. And then what I would suggest is looking for what's called group boards. And I come in here, sometimes I'll just type in group boards, or I also Google this. And okay, the ultimate list of private Pinterest group boards. And I'll show you what a group board is. So she's probably going to have this on her blog, like a list. Yeah, so ultimate list of Pinterest group boards. Now, different group boards, do-it-yourself crafts, home sweet home, home decor, do-it-yourself. Like, if you're following this niche, it's good for you. Travel, fashion. Let's look at, like, this fashion group board. So here's a group board for fashion. Request to join. This is how you would join this group board. And if you have a blog that falls under fashion, and you have a fashion blog or maybe anything that has to do with fashion and you feel it's relevant, you could actually come over here, request to join, and then add your pins in here. And again, this is why I'm talking about quality. The more you can stand out, you know, the better you're going to get more repins and more clicks. But what's great about these type of group boards, a lot of them are getting some traffic, and you could look at that. Like, what I could do now is, if I wanted to, I could log into an app called Tailwind app, and it will show me the stats of this group board. Do they get a lot of traffic? Do they get a lot of repins? And then it gives me a quality score that the higher the score, it lets me know if this is a good group board to join, and then put relevant pins in, and then I'm going to end up getting more traffic. And what does that do? The more repins you get, the more engagement you're getting. Not only the better for your traffic to your blog, but usually these group boards, some of them set rules where if you're involved in it, you should be repinning other people's boards, and in return they repin. You know, look, they got 47,000 pins. Over 5,000 followers. Not too bad. Not the biggest I've ever seen, but not bad to get a pin in here. And if people in this group are going to support and help repin, it spikes the Pinterest algorithm. You know, we don't know exactly how it works, the Pinterest algorithm, but we know that in the search bar, just like other things like Instagram, like YouTube, like Google, right? You want to optimize and get found in the search. Right? If you were in fashion and someone typed in fashion, imagine you started being found under fashion. You know how much traffic you're going to get? Now you're becoming the popular person and generating all traffic, and then of course they click on it, and guess what? Where does it link to? Your website or your blog. So that's the idea, is to keep getting shares, to keep getting repinned, to keep getting followers, and the way to do that is, again, I like to start off by blogging, getting an infographic or a nice graphic that fits Pinterest layout, created, that it stands out. Then I'll boost that Pinterest post with some advertisement spend behind it to get some traction by targeting the right keywords and people on Pinterest, which you do in your ad account. And then I'll go look for group boards that are relevant. So for this one, that fashion one would be relevant if this was my pin. What would I do? I would try to join that group that I showed you, get this pin into that group, and then hopefully other people repin it. It gets some traction, and then it starts popping up in the search for other words, maybe men's fashion or cool sweater outfits, right? Cool sweater outfits. And I would also try to get these keywords in that make sense with your fashion. Instead of always just using fashion, make sure it makes sense with your image and it makes sense with the blog post that it's linking back to. This makes sense because 5 cool sweater outfits for men, I'd show this, and then maybe this guy could have put maybe 2 more right here and kind of blurred them out and say, go check these other 2 out on our blog. Something like that. I'm just giving you an idea. Any way you think can be a teaser to get them to click on your blog to go read. Sometimes this is enough because 5 cool sweater outfits for men, and they're only showing us 1. It's a nice image though. Then maybe in the description they could have left some teaser text so that we click on this and now we're going to go look at all 5, right? And I guarantee they show all 5. 5 cool sweater outfits for men. Here we go. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3, 4, 5. So we got to see all 5. You get how they did that? So that's what I just wanted to show you. That's how to get more traffic on Pinterest and being consistent. Every time you blog or anytime you put content on your website, you want to go over to Pinterest, create a graphic that fits Pinterest's layout, put the right teaser text around it, and make the image quality. Every now and then I would definitely suggest making an infographic for your niche that educates people, even in a teaser way, and then the rest of the information could be in your blog post for them to learn. So here's another group that people could join. It says post any blog. I found this by going to Google and looking for group Pinterest boards, and I found this on someone's blog. They linked it back to here, and I found this. Post any blog, food, do-it-yourself, travel, lifestyle, and others. Want to join the board? Here are the rules. Ready? A lot of them will have rules like this. Make sure you follow me on Pinterest and drop a message. Your Pinterest email address there. Whenever you post a blog, make sure you repin at least 3 blogs from the board. This is how they're leveraging the group so everyone is repinning each other, and we're using that so that the groups of repins are helping you rank higher in the search, get better engagement, and get more traffic. I hope that makes sense. So that's a trick that once you get a good pin board though, the better the pin board and it stands out, the better that you're going to do even in that group. More people are going to repin you, and even naturally. And then if you do get found in the search, you want it to stand out again so you get even more engagement. The more you're doing that, the more you consistently do that, the better off you're going to be in the long run too, where you're building authority of your Pinterest account. And you're going to get tons of traffic back to your website and blog. So there it is. That's how I've been using Pinterest. I'm still testing things out, so I might update some things. Definitely leave some questions down below, some comments. If you like this, if you know anyone else with a business, please share this video. Definitely share this with them. Let them see this. And also check out my 10 free website traffic sources down below. That video got some great information and content in there. I put a lot of time into that video as well, but this will definitely increase some traffic, and I also believe Pinterest is becoming one of those bigger social platforms if you use it correctly. So I hope that helps. Again, like it, share it. If you like business information, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.